Greetings, everyone. This is Payment Learners, your host, your friend, your coach. Today, we're kicking off day 4 of the Invisible to Undeniable 5-Day Challenge, class of April 2026. And super exciting because today we're going to take a look at something that's going to put it all together and be the fastest shortcut for you guys to win. Because again, as you guys know, in real estate, location, location, location. Now you'll see why it matters even more in business, especially here. All right. So today's menu is going to be, you don't need more visibility. What you need is to be in the right rooms and the right places. And why visibility alone is a trap. And how being in the wrong room is actually killing your conversions. Yes, you heard it right. And how to get in front of the right people, the people who are already ready to buy. So there's no chasing, no convincing, none of that nonsense. Instead, it's going to be showing the fastest way to become a trusted authority without building a big audience, without having any audience to start with. That's going to be the kicker. And the big one, that's been the game changer for me and anyone using it. And you see that all the time around you. I'll give you a real example in a moment. I even used it myself not long ago. How to borrow trust. So you're seen as the expert before you even speak, before you even open your mouth. That's a game changer. I'm sure you've seen it in conferences and events and places. And yeah, and the big shift from being visible to becoming undeniable. That's a keyword, undeniable, where clients choose you naturally. How does that sound for you guys? You guys excited about today's menu? All right. So again, as I mentioned, you don't need to have more visibility, and you don't have a visibility problem because all of you are probably getting all the visibility you need and can handle. Am I right or right? No? Okay. Semi-right. Okay. But that's not the issue. The main issue here is you, including myself up to not long ago, the problem we have is a positioning problem. Because again, you're being seen, but by people who are not your clients, your prospects, people who are not going to buy, never buy. And that's why you're working hard, doing everything you're supposed to do, and still getting crickets. People asking you for payment plans on $100 product. Hopefully you don't have a $100 product, but just a silly example to illustrate the point. So again, if you're in the wrong rooms, that's the fastest way to be and stay broke. That's not a surprise to any of you because again, and it's not a matter of creating more content. That's not going to fix it. And having more and getting more followers definitely is not going to fix it as long as it's not the right ones. Even a better offer. You can have the most amazing slam dunk offer, have laser clear clarity, and you're present in the wrong rooms. Again, a silly example. Try selling even Yagyu steak to vegans. Nobody's going to buy it. Or ice to Eskimos. Or sand to desert dwellers. Not going to happen. So again, if you're in the wrong room, nothing, and I mean nothing, converts it. You can have the right message, the right offer, and everything. Raise your hand if you can relate with that, if you've been in the wrong rooms before. And how does that feel? You work so hard, you do everything right, and yet it's not landing with the people because then it's the wrong room. How does that make you feel? How did you feel when you were there? Not good, right?
Broken, yeah.
Exactly. Discouraged, frustrated, and even at a time questioning your choices. Is it still worth it? Should I maybe call it a day and get a job? God forbid. You know what I mean? All right. And again, we've all been there because if you're speaking from the people and not your people, they don't have your problem. They don't have the problem that you're solving. They don't have the urgency that they need to fix it. And the big one, they don't have the money. How many of you guys have been in this position in the room? You know that you can really help them. You have exactly what's going to transform the situation from where they are to the dream outcome, but yet they cannot pay you. Raise your hand if you've been in that position. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's very discouraging because on one hand, you really want to help them. But again, That's one lesson I learned the hard way. You want to help people, yes, but make sure you're helping people that can pay you accordingly. And that's not being selfish or being mean, it's just the reality of life, you know? And as we all know, when someone pays, they're committed, they pay attention. Anyways, you don't need more people, definitely not. What you need is aligned people, keyword being aligned. Because when they align, they are your right people. It's much better to have 10 people, 10 right people than thousands of people. As I said in the beginning, you don't need to wait till you have 10,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel or podcast or whatever to make your first dollar. You just need to be in a room, so to speak, with only 10 people, the right 10, even the right 5 people. I've been on calls with just 5 people and made a few $1,000s because they were the right people, as opposed to talking in front of I actually did that in front of a conference, a few hundred people, and not one client because they were not the right people. And it's a very discouraging. So you want to be in front of people that, again, they're your aligned people that have the problem that you're solving. Because when that happens, you don't need to convince them. It's a natural, automatic progression. You simply need to be there. Okay, let me just put this here. Do you prefer me to put this at the bottom or at the side? Or does it make any difference for you guys? Does it make any difference? Okay. All right. Again, selling your offer in the wrong room, as I mentioned before, is like selling steak to a room full of vegans. You may have the most amazing steak, the most amazing offer, perfect delivery, but the wrong audience is going to kill it. 0% is going to buy it because it's misplaced. It's not that it's bad. It's not that you're not qualified, or it's not about you. It's just a matter of location. And here's the shift, guys. Don't try to be everywhere. And instead, start being intentional. And I'll share that, this is above and beyond this. One of the most memorable podcasts I heard was a few months ago from one of the founders of Lead Pages. Have you guys heard of Lead Pages? It's a multi-billion-dollar company that basically they offer. It's a platform to build landing pages. And one of the questions they asked him was, what's one of the main reasons, the secret for you guys going so fast and becoming a multi-billion-dollar company? And I'll never forget that. He said it's a rule of the 6 ones. One business, one offer, one avatar, one traffic source, one platform, 1 year. Let me repeat that. One business, one offer, one avatar, one traffic source, one platform, 1 year. So what that means is don't try to be everywhere on every platform. Yes, it's nice, but it's basically, it's just vanity metrics. You need to, again, once you have laser focused clarity, what is the pain point you're solving and for who, it becomes very obvious for you to find out where is that person hanging out. And you simply not just become present, but you become omnipresent on that one platform. For me, it's been Facebook. Facebook groups are goldmine. That's where all of us in here met. And then YouTube is my platform of choice. So identify that one platform and go all in. Be omnipresent. Don't try to be on every platform under the sun because that's a losing game. Every week there's a new platform popping in. Am I right or right? Awesome. Again, it's all about being intentional because the goal is not more visibility. The goal here is precision visibility, laser focus clarity, where you're not just seen, but you're seen by people who already want what you offer because you're solving exactly their pain point because you successfully overcame what they are going through currently. That's it. Oops, typo. I need to change it. And again, we've all been told post more, be more consistent, post 25 times a day or an hour on every platform under the sun, do all kinds of the latest dance on TikTok and whatnot. But again, it's not working. The only time this would work is if you have already a massive existing audience and you're a celebrity. In that case, yes, it can work. But other than that, nope, don't do that. And again, it's not because you're doing it wrong. It's simply because you're playing the wrong game. You're in front of the wrong people, the wrong location. You guys heard of OPM, right? Other people's money. There's something else that I call OPA, other people's authority. And that's been a massive, massive, massive game changer for me. And for everyone that I know that's been using it. All the very successful people around you have been using it. Why are all the authors, all the big time experts always going on TV shows, podcasts, magazines? This is why. It's not for visibility. Yes, it is. Visibility is part of the game. But what wins the game is being undeniable. And part of being undeniable is building authority. And there's two ways to build that authority. The first one is the long, tedious, painful way. And that is you build it yourself from scratch. And that's going to take you a few years. The other way, the fastest way, the effective way, the smarter way, that is to borrow it. You go, you connect with people who have that authority, and you simply borrow it. Very simple example. Last week, when I made that talk for Tyson, I essentially borrowed his authority, even though I've been part of his community for years. You know, because when you compare those the two ways to build authority, doing it yourself from scratch, taking years, or simply borrowing it from people who already has it, which one do you think wins? Put a one if it's the slow and painful way, building it yourself. Put a two if it's you borrow it. Exactly, makes sense. Obvious, absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. And when that happens, when you're being introduced by someone that your audience already knows, likes, respects, and trusts, something magical happens on multiple levels. First and foremost, you don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to convince. You don't have to chase. Because you're already being positioned as the expert. Because when that person introduces you, you borrow their trust, their credibility, and that credibility, that trust automatically, instantly transfers to you. You skip the line, so to speak, and you step into authority. Does that make sense, guys? Because this is a key central point of everything that we're going to be doing and that you will need to do if you really want us to go from being invisible and overlooked to being undeniable. Because this is what, again, visibility is part of the game. It gets you seen. But what makes you win the game is being undeniable. This is what the game is all about. Because again, when you're being introduced, you're being endorsed by someone that your audience already knows, likes, and trusts, like happened to me last week. Raise your hand if last week before my talk, you knew me. Raise your hand. So only 2 people or 3 people. And the others, you didn't know me. It's because Tyson is someone that you guys know, like, respect, and trust, introduced me. And by introducing me, he endorsed me in front of you. And when he did that, his trust transferred to me. Do you guys see how that works? This is incredibly powerful, and this is going to be an incredible game changer. And again, this works because you're not just being visible. You're being visible in front of the right people. You're being put in front of the right audience, when you need to be. And when you're there, and because you have that laser focus clarity, you're cleared. You're clear. And because you're introduced, you're endorsed, you're being positioned, not just as a schmuck off the street, but as a leading voice, as a trusted expert in your industry. So when those people hear you, guess what happens? They pay attention. And most importantly, they take action. So last week, the action I asked you was to sign up for the challenge. Quite a few of you did. How many of you would have joined the challenge if you had just saw me doing a live myself with nobody introducing me? Would you even have clicked on the video and watched it and stayed for over an hour?
Hmm.
So you're shaking your head, Nicole. Tell us why.
Because I'm too busy. I have too many distractions and I don't have time for a rando.
That's it. That's it. Thank you so much. I'm glad I'm recording this because, hey, I'm going to use that as my marketing the next time. Thank you. This is what I'm
And
talking about, guys.
I agree with her because I would have said a very similar thing what she said.
There you go. Who else wants to add to it so I can increase my marketing Rolodex? I'm just joking. Anyways, but you guys get the point. You guys are smart cookies because, and when that happens, here's the most important thing. What really it matters for you and your business and your bottom line and your impact. So by the time these listeners book a call with you, they're no longer cold leads. They're actually people that are going to be very warm and receptive. And you're going to have very qualified conversation with them. Because they just spent over an hour listening to you. So they know your story, your path, your struggles, your zone of genius, your expertise,
Next.
that. And so by the time they speak with you and you speak with them, guess what? The conversation is already, whoops, halfway sold. Do you guys see how that is a game changer, guys? Put a 1 on the chat if it is, and put it as for hell yes. So you guys don't just fall asleep. And make sure you guys are still. Okay, yes. Hell yes, absolutely. Don, yes. The real Nicole Johnson. I like that. This is what I'm saying. Let your personality shine. The more real you are, the more authentic you are, the more you people will relate with you. Say, that's my girl, that's my guy, that's my boy. See what I mean? Hell yes. Yes, love that, Elaine. How about your horses? Are they paying attention, Elaine? Anyways. All right, cool. Let's move on. Okay. And again, and this is the thing that we need to fix. If you don't fix this, if you just keep showing up in the wrong rooms, you'll keep working harder for worse results and no results at all. And you keep attracting people that are definitely not aligned. And because they're not aligned, they can't buy. They won't buy or simply delay it and causing you to further be frustrated, disheartened, depressed, and so on and so forth with your business. And you'll start wondering, thinking, hey, am I on the right path? This is not for me, or maybe I'm the problem. But no, you're not the problem. The problem is you're in the wrong place. And because of that, you've just been invisible to the right people. Raise your hand if you've been invisible to the right people. Yes, and that's a problem. And that's what being in front of the right people, introduced, endorsed, and featured, that's going to change it. Put a 1 if you see that, if that makes sense, and put a 2 if it's, oh, absolutely yes. Yes. I see your hand. Yes. Maya Lisa, yes. All right, let's take a look at the numbers again, because the numbers don't lie. Let's say you speak in front of a crowd or in front of a call, a podcast, or whatever, of let's say 1,000 to 3,000 of your exact ideal people who all they trust the host, and the host by introducing you, endorsing you. Because of that, that trust transfers to you. And even if a fraction of those people were to book a call with you, even if 0.5% of those 1,000 to 3,000 people book a call with you, which is not asking for much, that's still 5 to 15 highly qualified conversations with the exact ideal audience. And these are people who just listen to you for about an hour. So by the time they talk to you, they already know you. They feel like, hey, you're the person I've been looking for. And because by the time you get there, you have clarity, you're clear, you're positioned properly, and you offer exactly what they need. Do you see how getting 1 to 2 clients from those 5 to 15 highly qualified conversation is infinitely easier and possible to happen? Do you see that? And this, my friend, is how you win the game. This is how that changes. Again, because when you're invited, let me ask you a question. Do you remember the last time that you guys were invited to speak on a call, on a podcast, an event, a live, or whatever? Do you guys remember that? How did that go? Were you instantly credible? Were people actually paying attention to you, listening to you? I want you to picture this, because this is what's going to change your business. This is what's going to make you visible to the right people and stop you from being invisible to the right people. It's all about this. It's all about an audience. My audience is still very small. 1,581 to 85 subscribers on my channel. But it's not about the numbers. It's about the connections, the right people. Much better to be in front of the right 10 people, the right aligned 10 people, than a million random people. And that's a game changer, guys. Because again, when you're being invited, that's what it changes. And that is what I call the undeniability effect. That's when you become undeniable. Where you're not chasing anymore for attention, for anything. Where you're being simply introduced, endorsed, trusted before you even speak. In rooms where you are introduced as the trusted expert, the leading voice in your niche, in your business. And you become de facto the obvious choice. How would that change your business? I want you to picture that. I want you to imagine, for example, for you, Maya Lisa, talking to on a podcast, on a stage, where say 1,500 of your exact ideal listeners who are looking to get on TED Talks are listening to you. Do you think you're going to get fully booked for the next 25,000 years? Maybe you say, hold on, guys, I can only take 5 guys, 5%, because I'm still living a life. So again, this is what I'm talking about. It's about, again, the cheesy line in real estate is about location, location, location. But here it's about being in front of the right people, the right audiences. And again, it's not about the numbers. You don't need to be in front of thousands of people. So you don't need to have thousands of people yourself. You simply get introduced by someone who has already that audience, who already has taken the years to build that credibility, to introduce you, for you to be featured, for you to be endorsed. That's a game changer. What you need is to be in the right rooms, introduced by the right hosts, and with the right introduction. That's all you need. Of course, some very, very simplified way of looking at things, but this is the 30,000 feet overview. And that's how clients come naturally, organically, without chasing. Is your creative juices now working in overdrive to make you see how this works? And can you see yourself stepping into authority? Let me ask you one question now. Are you ready to step into authority? Put a 1 on the chat and put a 2. Oh, absolutely. That's what I've been waiting all my life for. I like it. Peace. Peace, Maya Lisa. Peace, peace, peace. I like that. 2 fingers. Yes, yes, yes. Or let's take a look at the traditional way, what most of us have been doing up to now. You keep on posting on social media, creating content, keeping up with the latest, trendiest TikTok dance or whatever, or trend, hoping that the algorithm gives you some love and works for you, hoping that someone notices you, hoping that someone finally cares about you and reaches out to you, and ultimately hoping that someone, somewhere, some way buys from you. Do you think that's a strategy? No. That's not sustainable. That's gambling. As far as I know, hope is not a marketing game plan. Is it? So there you go, guys. Now instead, imagine that you already have that clarity, laser focus clarity. You're being positioned as the expert, the trusted expert, the leading voice in your niche, with laser clear clarity and having exactly the offer that your audience is craving and praying for. And of course, these people already trust you, they resonate with you. And instead of chasing, they come to you. They actually rush to you, just like your horses. I hope they don't rush to you, but you know. So, and this is the difference between being visible and being undeniable. Because again, visibility gets you seen, and being visible is definitely part of the game. But what makes you win the game is becoming undeniable, being the obvious choice, being chosen. Because ultimately, when you're chosen, that's where you get paid. Raise your hand if you're ready to become undeniable. I want you guys to make the word undeniable your favorite word from now on, because that's a winning word. One day I woke up, I swear to you, I was brainstorming with my partners, and in my mind's eye, I saw a word. I was looking for a name for my offer, and the word undeniable just came. When I saw it, I said, wow, that's it. That's it. My soul started to vibrate, to shake, because that's it. It's all about being undeniable. So this is a game that we need to play. It's not about your message. It's not about your offer. It's about access to the right people, to the right audiences, the right rooms, and most importantly, being positioned properly. Because even if I were to bring you in front of, say, a full stadium, but you're not properly positioned, you don't have clarity, you don't have the right offer that they want, it's not going to land. Even if you were to talk at, let's say, the next Tony Robbins event, but you're not going to be ready, you're not going to be positioned properly, you don't have the offer they want, you're going to be shaking your boots. And you can't wait to get out of that stage. But instead, when you're ready, you have clarity, and you're positioned properly, introduced properly, that's where they become raging fans. That's where the game changes. And that's when clients rush to you. And that's exactly what we do inside the Undeniability Accelerator. We don't just help you to get visible, we place you, feature you, endorse you in the right rooms with the right positioning, consistently, regularly, over a period of time. So you become impossible to ignore and ultimately undeniable. I want you guys to memorize this word. Keep saying it to yourself. I am undeniable. I am undeniable. Put it in the chat. I am undeniable. I am undeniable. I am undeniable. That's how you win. Because again, once again, I need to repeat it. It's not your message. It's not your offer. It's your positioning. It's where you're showing up and who you're in front of. That's the game. That's the determining factor as to whether you're going to win or you're not going to win. Does it make sense to you? I see some heads nodding. Yes, 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 yes. Let me go around the room. Don, does it make sense to you?
Yes.
Absolutely. What part of it makes the most sense to you guys? I want to hear a couple of you guys. I know.
Well, to me, it makes total sense because I get myself in front of people all the time, but they're not the right people. I mean, I can't tell you how often I hear I don't have money or I don't have time or, I'll think about this in a year from now.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you. Anyone else wants to chip in? Share
I
their
do.
frustration? Go ahead.
I do. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm in a parking lot. It's like being able to say, "Hey, you in the red shirt," or having a host of people who only wear red shirts bring you on. And I have an experience with that too, because I was asked to find speakers to go to India, and then I was asked, "Well, why don't you come too?" And I'm like, "Doesn't make sense to go," but because I went, there were two other speakers there who brought me back onto they work with authors, I work with speakers. And simply with one of them, I got on a webinar. He introduced me, he raved about me. We signed up 14 people in a group. Then the other one did it all through email and everything else, but it was I would never know those people. I would never have that credibility with those people. They reached out. And some of you may know I was gone to China for a year and a half. And I'm thinking, how am I going to keep my business going and so forth? And one of them reached out again. I got another group of 14 for you. Like, okay, let's go. So because then you know it. And then just recently, someone I'd worked with before, he says, I know you're the queen of TEDx. I've got a really important person I want you to work with. So then that referral comes as well, one-on-one. I mean, I still need to be doing what you're teaching as far as the leads and so forth. And I want to get out on more stages, but it does work. And so I want to hear more about how you do it and how I can expand that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Anyone else wants to share their frustration and all that?
I was going to say something. Yeah, you're talking about frustration. I think that's one of the biggest things is people can't afford it. I think that's something that I come across a lot. And it's interesting you're saying about the right room. And I realise that is one of the biggest issues I've probably had for many, many years without even realising it. But then the first time you said it, it's like, made sense. It just made sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I think part of the reason we end up in the wrong room because our messages aren't defined enough.
Absolutely.
And that's why we scattered. And that's why I realised that's what I was.
Yes, because at the end of the day, it's all about the big C, clarity, clarity, clarity across the board. What is one pain point you're solving for who? And that's going to tell you in a very logical way, where is that person hanging out? And you simply put yourself in front of them. Simple as that. All right, cool. Let's move on. We're almost done here. So again, if this is clicking for you, please drop rooms in the chat. And because tomorrow is going to be the most important day, I'm going to be showing you how to consistently get placed in the rooms where your people are already ready to buy. So instead of chasing clients, you walk into conversation already half closed. And that's how we're going to be turning conversations into clients. So you go from being invisible, overlooked, underpaid, frustrated, and yada, 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 to being the obvious choice first, introduced, featured, endorsed, trusted, and ultimately chosen, becoming the obvious choice, and the ultimate goal becoming undeniable. I want all of you guys to write the word undeniable, even make it your screensaver, because that's what's going to really change it. Maybe I'm just pushing a little bit, but you know what I mean. It's about embracing the word undeniable, because that's when the game changes. Yes, yes, you're writing, you're typing it, Maya Lisa, I see that. Yes. So let me ask you a question now. Where are you currently showing up and being introduced and endorsed? And are those people actually your buyers? I want you guys to each ask yourself that question, and then feel free to share your answers. I would love to hear that, because the difference between where you are, where you're currently showing up, being introduced, endorsed, and all that, and whether those people actually buying, that's a gap. That's when we need to bridge that gap. Because again, just like you said, Dawn, just like Elaine, and even Maya Lisa, you said, being for the wrong people can be really discouraging, heartbreaking. Because you know you can help those people. You know it deep down. You have that full conviction. But maybe you don't see it, or maybe they're not able in a position to pay you. So again, this is the gap that we need to bridge. Here's a sneak peek about tomorrow. Tomorrow we get way deeper. I'm going to show you how to turn everything we built this week into a simple, reliable, predictable client-getting system, full-blown system. And the exact path to go from being invisible, overlooked, to being the undeniable authority, fully booked without guessing your next move. And why most people stay stuck, and how to collapse the time so you get results fast. And that's what's going to take for you to become the obvious choice in your niche and to get clients on demand, literally, regardless of whether your audience currently is just you, your chair, and your couch. And how to implement all of this with the right support, structure, and speed so you don't do alone and so you win. Because again, at the end of the day, I want you guys to win, because when you guys win, guess what? I win. We all win together. So well done. Day 4 is done. Short, sweet, but to the point and very powerful. And I want to leave you with these two questions. As every day, I've left you with a couple of really powerful questions. Today's question is, when was the last time that you were introduced, featured, endorsed by a trusted host? And if you had 5 dream clients this month, what would that change for you? I want you to really think that through, write it down, brainstorm, write as much as you can. And then this is for you, not for me, for you. And feel free, I welcome you to share whatever you want to share on the WhatsApp group for all of us to get inspired, to learn, and for me to provide you feedback and help you. Cool. Any questions? Q&A time. Because my voice needs a break.
Well, sadly, I'm going to miss tomorrow because I'm in a speaker conference here in San Diego for
Oh,
2 days.
cool.
But
Yeah.
I'll catch the replay.
Yes.
I guess my big question is, so the people that we want to get on stages are on their podcast. They have credibility. They have a following. Why would they want us? Because we have a wonderful sentence that gets them to say yes. I mean,
Great question. And that's
tomorrow.
Great question. We're going to cover that tomorrow. I love that. The reason is this, because you bring something that there's only one Nicole Johnson. There's only one person who's had the life experience that you had. Sure, a lot of people have gone through, say, all kinds of trauma, pain, all that, but there's only one of you. And as I said in the beginning, your message is not meant for the world, and that's perfectly okay. Your message is meant for you, Nichols. Dawn, your message is meant for you, Maria Lisa, for you, Maria Lisa, and so on and so forth. And once you, again, this is part of the clarity, the foundation, all that we're going to talk tomorrow. We need to bring out the real gold out of you, your real gifts, and then to be positioned where your exact ideal listeners are. And for those audiences, you're going to be exactly what they need, because they will be relating with you so deeply that they need to, yes, we want to hear you. And once you're positioned properly as a leading voice and trusted expert, guess what? They will want to see you, especially if you have any of those credentials. For example, say if you have a book already, if you've done talks, if you have a TED Talk, for example, conferences, the more of those you have, the more attractive and appetizer, so to speak, you become for those audiences. So again, it's all about building your profile the right way. This is what we talk about, being positioned the right way. And once you do the work properly, and that's something that I'm going to show you exactly how we do it tomorrow. And we're going to introduce you to the people that actually will say, wow, yes, we want you. We want her. We want you. But I'm going to cover that tomorrow. So that's a great question. I love that. Any more questions? Actually, everyone, why don't you, each of you guys give me one question? Otherwise, I would feel that not happy if I don't have a question from everyone. Let's go. Okay. Helene, go. Because I see you're about to say something.
I just thinking, I just looking at the questions that we've got to do, like about introduction. Does that include like with networking groups?
Sorry?
I was just looking at the questions that we've got to answer.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Anything, anywhere. When was the last time you were introduced, featured, endorsed by a trusted expert, trusted host? Sorry, yes. It can be a networking group. It can be a online event, your local chamber of commerce, the BNI groups,
Yeah.
what else? Conferences, anything. Yes. Let me check the chat.
I've been on a couple stages, but
Wonderful.
at Media Pros in San Diego. I'm going to She Talks next month. I'm speaking at
Wow.
University of Hawaii.
Amazing.
But I don't have any clients.
Well, yet. That's a key word. Yet. We're going to change that. Can you handle that? Are you ready to handle that? Okay. Oh, and one thing also, I invite you guys. I will share my calendar link on the WhatsApp group. Book a call with me for next week. Let's have a one-on-one chat about how we can implement that for your business. And yeah, and also those of you who haven't been on my podcast, let's change that. I know we did a beautiful episode, me and you, Helene, a week ago with the horses in the background. I love that. So if you have
Yeah, I
such,
don't have horses, but I want to be on your podcast.
that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. You can bring your cats, your dogs, your wall, whatever. Just joking. Let's change that.
The
So
horses and the dog at the end, he joined in too.
yes, yes, absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
I do have a question about borrowed authority. There's this guy called JT Fox, and you can pay him like $5,000 and go to some conference in LA and you get pictures with movie stars. But I know, I paid for it. So to me, it doesn't seem real.
But
So what are
ask
your thoughts
yourself,
on that?
that,
What are your
thank you for
thoughts on
bringing
that?
this.
Yeah.
What would you get? Let me ask it another way. Let's say you're looking at an expert that you're considering joining the program. You see the pictures with all the celebrities. Is that going to be the deciding factor for you to pull the trigger? If they're random celebrities or whatever?
A little bit payment, a little bit, because it's like if Richard Gere, I'm trying to remember who was there.
Mm,
There was a lot of people that were there. Ice Baby, just a lot of
yes.
different random people were there.
Yeah.
But so I guess, yeah, I guess I would
Okay.
think I would think if this movie star is going to sit with them on a stage and talk to him because the dude was interviewing him, I would
Oh,
think, wow, that's
so if they're being interviewed, that's a different story. If it's just for a picture, maybe not.
pretty much.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
it was a live event, so not only did he give the people stage time, but he sold seats. So I mean, there's
Mhm.
people in the audience, right? So he was getting it from both sides. Or he was getting profits from both sides. So but yeah, to me, it just seems inauthentic. So I didn't
That's a
resonate
key
with it.
word. Thank you.
Yeah.
Inauthentic.
Okay.
Yes. Whereas when you're being introduced by someone to the audience and that person is going to allow you to talk for an hour, just like I did for you guys last week. Tyson gave me an hour. That's a different story. You get to see me, you get to talk, get to learn about my story, my path, relate, resonate. I know a couple of you said that when I was going through my really dark times, being suicidal, some of you related with that because some of you went through that. So again, this is what I mean. Speak from the heart. Even more so, share the part that you've been hiding, share the part that you've been ashamed of, because that's your greatest gift. Again, not, you guys all are very awakened souls. Nothing happened to you, but for you. Life is a school. And the thing that, as I talk in my TED Talk, my first TED Talk, I'm looking to do quite a few more. So wink, wink, me and you, my Elisa, we need to talk. Was exactly understanding two things. The first thing was the tremendous power of questions. Doesn't matter what you go to life, especially the very heartbreaking parts. Look at them from the perspective of these two questions. What was that trying to teach me? And what was the lesson for me to learn to that? And I learned a third one to that recently, and that is, what was that trying to tell me? So when I was beyond broke, living on $20 a week 6 years ago in Hong Kong, the most expensive city in the world, yet it was some of the happiest time of my life. How does that make sense? That taught me that true happiness comes from within. I've been, as I said, living on $20 a week in the most expensive city in the world. And on the other side, I've been in days making quite a few $1,000s in a day. So I've been in both ends of the spectrum. And that didn't change my happiness. Sure, of course. As Tony Robbins says, I'd rather come to my problems in a limousine than on a bicycle. But you know what I mean? That taught me that true happiness comes from within. So again, questions are very powerful. Let me see. Any other questions, guys? Who hasn't had a question yet? Jennifer, you've been quite quiet. I miss your voice. I forgot your voice.
You're sweet. You're sweet. Yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow, and I'm still spinning from. This is always my so many ideas come in and so many conversations that I've had in narrowing down who is it that I'm speaking to. Yeah, so I'm excited for tomorrow to see your system and your behind the scenes, because I know I can do better on lead generation and follow up than what I'm doing.
Yes.
Yeah, having that system to be consistent.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm happy.
And then I've ended up in rooms. Like, just these last few days have been very heartfelt, and I've done a deep dive and there's been some revelations. So I really appreciate the way that you're teaching this.
You're very welcome. Thank you for these words. Go straight to my heart, to my soul. I appreciate that. Ultimately, what I really want to achieve through this is for you guys to be inspired, to see that, hey, there is a different path. It's a better way. That I'm not stuck to just spinning my wheels, creating contents, posting 25,000 times a day, and yet getting nothing. Where you probably would make more money just flipping burgers, whatever. You know what I mean? I've been there. So it's all about inspiring, because again, my vision, myself, all of that was to create a better world, one entrepreneur at a time, inspire one person to do good to their businesses. And that's what I'm doing. This is my ultimate goal, to create a better world so that we can all create an unstoppable, what is the word here? Ripple effect of positivity, especially in today's world. This is what the world needs more than ever. Let's do good together. Let's inspire each other, because it's not the government's job to change your life. It's your job. Just it's not like the government's job to take care of your health. It's your job. You know, it's our job to do that 1% at a time. And this is my ultimate vision to my podcast, my business, everything I do. It's about inspiring. The greatest gift for me that my business blessed me with, beyond the financial and all that, was two things. One, the transformation I've been able to build in the lives of people I work with, and the beautiful friendships I build around the world. Now, when I go to any new location, before I go, I message my network, say, hey, who's in that place? Who's in that place? 3 years ago, I made a post. I was about to go from Thailand to Malaysia. I said, I'm going to Malaysia tomorrow. Who's that? One of the ladies on my second book. She said, I have a friend there. She connected me to him. Long story short, former U.S. diplomat, former U.S. Military, big shot. He took me under his wing. He opened the city to me. I was supposed to stay in Malaysia for 2 weeks. I stayed for 6 months. And I'm on a first name basis with the most important people in the city, thanks to that connection. So again, the friendships, the transformation, the money, yes, it's beautiful. It's the icing on the cake. It's not the cake. You know, one of the most important things for me that changed my life was, and that's one of the first questions I ask everyone that I work with, how can I make you win? How can I make you shine brighter than currently shining? When I bring someone on my podcast, hey, you're the star, I'm the host. You share whatever's going to make you shine brighter, whatever's going to make you win. Because again, when you guys win, guess what? I win by default. When you guys win, just like the tiding rise elevates all the boats. Same thing here. So, and one thing you will notice about me is that I'm the world champion when it comes to going on a big, long tangents. I don't even know what you asked me about, so I went just around the world to answer your question. So I apologize for that. What was your question again? Anyways. All right. Any other questions, guys? Oh, there's one lady that's been very quiet. Can you guess who that is? Lorna. Lorna, say something. Miss your voice.
Something.
Give me a question. Question,
Th-
comment, compliment
this
for my
is-
shiny hair.
This is like the 5th to 6th hour of Zoom calls for me today.
yes.
So I am,
Yes.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't blame you.
It-
I know. All right.
it-
All
yeah.
right. I will let you guys go. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your trust, for being here. I'm really honored, and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. I'll put the replay and the slides give me an hour or so. And then the link, same link. See you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a big one. It's going to be the best one.
A little precursor question for tomorrow is, it seems like we talked before about having our own podcast and getting on your podcast or other people's podcasts. So when you get people on your podcast, like I do TEDx and other people do other things, how is that beneficial for you? And then do I do the same thing, or do I try and just stay in the speaker zone? That would be something I'd want you to answer tomorrow.
Great question.
Or now.
Actually, the podcast is going to be the foundation, but there's two ways to play that game. You as a host and you as a guest. But again, it's all about being strategic with the right people in the right rooms. And that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Going deeper on being in the right rooms, the positioning, and the full system behind it. So, yeah.
I get the right rooms part, but it's like, if I have a podcast about speaking, would I bring on, people who don't have anything to do with speaking, for example?
So to answer this, what I do is what I've been doing. I know who I'm working with, what can help, authors, coaches, and speakers. I know where they hang out. For me, Facebook groups have been a gold mine. I simply invite those people I enter. So basically, in a nutshell, I've been interviewing my prospects. So you need to have laser focus clarity. Who are the people, the person that you can help at the highest level, with what pain point, and where are they hanging out the most? Once you know that, you simply reach out and invite them. So that's only one part of that.
Yeah, that makes sense. So potential speakers who have an idea, we discussed that idea on the podcast.
Yes, I saw what you were doing last night, yesterday. You made a beautiful post. What's the title of your TED Talk? I love that. That's amazing. Keep doing that.
Okay.
But keep doing it strategically in the right places, because again, you want to help people with a message, but also people that are aligned and people that can pay you. Because let me guess, you're not charging $10.
No, I'm not.
Exactly. So again, we're talking high ticket. High ticket is at least bare minimum $1,000 to $5,000 to $10,000 more. Actually, I know a guy. He was on my book, my second book. He helps people, coaches mostly, to prepare them to become better, more effective public speakers, but without any guarantee to get on any stages. Guess how much he charges?
How much?
10 to 20K.
Yep.
Yes. And people are the right people are gladly paying. It's all about finding the right people. And that's what I say. Your message is not meant for the world, but your world.
The people who want speed, you have the outcome, and
it's all about speed. Yes. Collapsing the time.
Yeah.
People will pay you the big bucks for three things: transformation, speed, accountability, and access to you. Sorry, actually four things.
Yeah. Okay.
When you put them together, game changer. Anyways, guys, I love you. See you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time. If I missed anyone that hasn't had by the way, one person hasn't had a question, and you've been very quiet. And I keep missing it each time. Dawn,
yeah.
say something. I want to hear your voice.
Well, my question, I kind of answered it myself. I mean, I was on 2 podcasts this week, 1 last week. So I get in front of a lot of people, but that doesn't convert to clients. So I am thinking that it's my lack of clarity
and positioning.
So, yeah. I mean, but I get on some of the right podcasts.
Yes. Again, it's 3 things: clarity, offer. What is the pain point you're solving for who? And you need to have the offer that matches exactly what these people need and want and are ready to invest in.
Right.
So it's not about because a lot of people try to get on as many shows, podcasts, stages that you can get, but they don't have any direction, any clarity. And when so just like I said earlier, if you were to get invited by Tony Robbins on his next talk tomorrow, for example, would you be ready? Are you ready?
I don't feel like I would be. No.
Exactly. So again, that's the thing. It's about clarity, the offer, positioning, and being ready. And once you have the clarity, once you position properly and you have the offer, internally, deep down, you will feel it, that you're ready with so much confidence, conviction. That's right. People can see that, sense that. It's a whole package, not just one thing.
Yeah.
Thank you. You have a great voice. There's a saying that says you have a face for radio and a voice for TV, but you have it both in the right order.
Thank
A
you.
face for TV and a voice for radio. So bring
I
it to your
appreciate
world,
that.
my friend.
Okay.
All right. Have a blessed rest of your day, evening, and see you guys tomorrow. Take care. God bless.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.